Hi, Cricket. How are you? I just got your emails. You made me laugh hilariously. Red, how are you? It's really good to see you. I can't wait to show the first in award. So we now have a first person in award and we have a third Minnesota Goodbye award. And so Cricket is, and look at that. Brain fog wins. Brain fog. You won the first person in award. How are you? You'll be listening? Okay. We'll let you listen. Check out what Cricket made. Hey, Indigo. And we'll have to show what Indigo got today, too. But brain fog, I will send you this one that Cricket made for the first person in today. I am good, Indigo, if you're talking to me. There it is for our first person in. Brain fog wins first person in today. Deeply ignore the guy in the first suit, in the red suit. Red, I am sorry you're sick. What have you got? Guys, my rock. Yeah, I'll email it to you. Or Cricket will email it to you. One of us will email it to you. Dogs in space, indeed. Cooties. I don't have cooties. I don't have any cooties. I don't even have any. Let me see if I don't have any cootie icons that could even be used as cootie icons. Look at what have I got? I've got squirrels. I've got It's a Cult. I've got a pawpaw. Sometimes I'm even not sure what all these are. Oh, red has cooties. Oh no, brain fog or red. That's terrible. Squirrel Cult, Xenu Marlene, that's what that was. I can hardly see the emoticons. Members only Zoom call, third Sunday of the month. We had our first, thank you, Cricket. We had our first members only Zoom call this morning, and we had an absolutely lovely time. So the next Zoom call for members will be scheduled for the third Sunday of December, which is the 22nd of December. So put it on your calendars. I will have it on mine. You guys aren't going to believe the third Minnesota Goodbye Award. I am so impressed. I am so impressed. And Indigo, thank you for the background. I I clashed with the other background. I clashed with my Thanksgiving background, so I moved to something a little less seasonal. So hopefully you all like it. So how many of us have read the book? I know I've read the book. I know Indigo's read the book. Red, have you read the book? Cricket, have you read the book? Papa Cat, have you and Mama Cat read the book? Mama Catone? Mama Catone. Mama Catoni. Mama Catoni. Yes, I know you read it, Indigo. I've read it twice now. Too expensive. Talking about expensive. You guys, you remember the shoes that Brain Fog and I were going on and on about last week? It is a terrible shame it's not on Audible. I am really upset it's not on Audible. I am so upset that it's not on Audible. You've not read the book, you're just here to keep the peace. Okay. So, guys, I got my shoes. Look at my shoes. Are those not adorable? You guys, check them out. Hi, Sunrise. What do you guys think? I got them. I wasn't sure. I wasn't sure if I would keep them or not, but I think I'm going to have to keep them because they seem awfully. And look, I can make him longer. Yeah, see if the library has it. Brain fog. Aren't they adorable, you guys? I think next I have to have the penguins. Which ones do you have, Brain Fog? And you said the book is too expensive, Brain Fog. You said the book is too expensive. It's Poe's fault? What's Poe doing? Is Poe running his lives too long? Thank you, Janelle. Aren't they adorable? The leopards. I want desperately, you guys, I want, let me show you. I gotta find them. I'm gonna find them. Yeah. Okay, those are the ones you've got, brain fog. Oh my goodness gracious, you guys. They're so bloody cute. I've got to find them. I've got to find them. Mm, not finding them. It's taking too long. Taking way too long. Enough already. Oh my goodness gracious, you guys. Now I'm on this never-ending search and I'm not gonna. Here they are. These ones. I'm gonna want these ones next. Poe's trying to keep world peace. No, this is a different site. He used to consistently do 2-hour lives. Isn't it nice, Adam? Indigo made it for me. Indigo made it for me. Not into sci-fi, and just because you're a comic book character, you're not into those either. So here are the shoes. This is a different site, Indigo. I have to show you. I have to show you the shoes, and then we'll get to the book. These are so cute. Look at those penguins! Look at look at the penguins. And the ones I really want, they come in bees and they come in cats. Aren't those adorable with little cat ears? And they come in cheetahs. And they come in, yeah, cheetah and kitty cat and red cheetah and pretty tassels and another pretty kitty cat. I love these. And those, they're so much fun. Look at the koalas. Those are new. And the sloths. Okay, guys, that's enough of shopping. That's enough of shopping. It was you. Indeed, it was you. Brain Fog, it's a really cool book. It's a really cool book. So it's going to be a hard book to talk about if all of y'all haven't read it. He has he been not well, Indigo? Hi, Susan. How are you? Okay, other than Indigo, how many of the rest of you have read the book? There's always too much random cat barf at your house for nice shoes. Sloth shoes need. I know. I know. I need the penguin ones. I need the bee ones. I need so many of them. I need them badly. And that's not going to happen right now. That's not happening right now. I shouldn't have bought the dachshund ones, but I really couldn't resist the dachshund ones. They they have some cute little kind of geometric patterns that are on sale, like a red plaid. They've got a snake print that's on sale. They're really cute. Like one of your recurring nightmares. Okay, Sunrise Dawn. One of your recurring nightmares where you're still in class and forgot to do any of the homework. Yeah, absolutely. So, sloth shoes should be worn to sit on my butt. Well, so let me give you a summary. I mean, if we haven't read it, let's do a summary. How does that sound, guys? So, the first thing the author does, you're just here for soda. He's going to come over here pretty quick and complain because he hasn't, I didn't feed him. I didn't feed him. It's just time for dinner. And I didn't feed him before going live because hubby is going to be home shortly. And so I left it to hubby to feed him. And so he's going to be coming over here shortly, complaining about no food. You guys asking to go. Soda was way, way on the live today. Soda just came and showed up right in the middle of the live, right in the middle of the Zoom call, rather. So the first thing the author talks about in this book, Kripal does, I know I'm starving him. Making him wait, more than 15 minutes for his food. It's a travesty. It's a travesty. Yeah, I have an adorable swaddle for Orion. I have a front pack for him. He seemed to be happy there. He didn't want to, he wanted to be up in my lap this morning, and that was really the only way to make it work. So he highlights personal experiences. Hi, Antics, how are you? Oh yeah, he is all skin and bones. Tiny, tiny. The personal experience is a catalyst for creativity. So he talks about how creators of science fiction and superhero comics often drew inspiration from personal, mystical, or paranormal experiences. These events, sometimes transformative, traumatic, or inexplicable, served as the origins for their uh, creative worlds. So that's the first interesting theme. And then he talks about how comics and science fiction are deeply rooted in the mythological imagination. They function as modern mythologies, the genres do. The genres, science fiction and superheroes, function as modern mythologies. And how much the origin stories of superheroes echo religious and mythological narratives. And there's connections to Gnosticism, alchemy, Eastern mysticism. I know, Antics, I'm the worst. I'm just the worst. You're not listening? Do we need to throw the book out, guys? Do we not like book club? Do we just want to chit chat? Are there spitballs all over the classroom? Or do I just need to give it some more time before I start into the discussion? Yes, they often take themes from world mythology as well. Hi, hi, Suki. Hmm. We did vote on this book. You were listening, Antics? Okay, see, brain fog, somebody was listening. You like the idea of Gnosticism and archetypes? Adam, this book is right up your alley. Thank you, Hal. How are you? Gnosticism and archetypes. Adam, I thought of you several times reading this book. Give it more time? Okay, we'll chit chat a little bit more. We'll chit chat a little bit more. I'm just fascinated by this book. I mean, yeah, there's a lot. There's a lot that, oh, hell, I would love it if you'd pull out your tarot cards while listening. That would be excellent. There is a lovely, there's some really interesting passages in this book. Um, Let me see if I can find this one I'm thinking of right now. He was talking about, no, it doesn't show up. Let me look in this other place. The Amazonians, we do have a great group. Wonder Woman does have some sort of direct ties to mythology. Yes, yes, they did. You have stored so much info on these topics in my brain and nothing I actually need to do. Right, Indigo? I almost forgot. I was sitting down. It was so important to me, you guys, that I read the chapter again this afternoon. Soda is sitting by his food bowl, waiting to be fed. And Scotch just jumped up, all the way up into the top of his cat tree. So let me find this passage that says what he said is that reality is co-created. Let me find it. It's precisely the paranormal experiences that help inspire the work of some of the best contemporary comic book writers. I know, poor kitties. Wonder Woman is based on the Amazonians, and the mystery of their culture has fascinated people for so long. See, so does it's not like they don't have food. They have dry food. They get dry food. They can free feed all their dry food. We give them dry food and wet food twice a day, and they always have dry food. So Soda's over there eating dry food. Soda is over there eating dry food. Here it is. He talks first about, well, he talks about Ghostbusters and how Ghostbusters is just this pop culture thing. I know. And they come and they whine, right? They're like, meow, meow, meow. He's looking rather forlornly at their plate. He talks about Ghostbusters and how it just seems to be this pop culture story. But it's not just a pop culture story. Dan Aykroyd's great grandfather was a spiritualist. Yes, children do this as well, brain fog. I know this from experience. So, Ghostbusters came in part out of the out of Dan Aykroyd's. I'm sure it is, Adam. That wouldn't surprise me at all because Dan Aykroyd's great grandfather was a spiritualist. Dan Aykroyd has written a book with his father about a history of ghost. No, Dan Aykroyd's father wrote a history of ghosts. Webbed ties, toes, really antics. That's interesting. So here's the passage that really struck me, that got me on this hunt earlier, that I can't remember who made the comment, that got me on this hunt now. But here it says, not that Peter Ackroyd buys all this stuff. He wrote a history of ghosts, but not that he buys it all. He clearly does not, it says. But he also just as clearly does not dismiss it all. His conclusion is especially relevant to our own approach to the paranormal through the medium of popular culture. Quote, a thought has been in the back of my mind over the years as I've gone through these files and heard these stories. Whether they were believers or skeptics or somewhere in between, those who have experienced psychical phenomena have been entertained, frightened, amused, touched. And aren't those precisely the emotions we want to experience when we attend a play or see a movie or go to a ballet? Performers, performances, created characters. Could these phrases be keys to the phenomenon of spirit contact? By such questions, Peter Ackroyd does not mean to suggest pure stagecraft or simple deceit. He means to suggest what he calls the existence of layers of unconscious creative potential in the minds of sitters that create, quite outside any conscious control, an apparitional drama. Exactly, Adam. That's exactly what they're talking about. That you that that even the ancient mystics basically said you have to be fully human and fully divine. Like you have to have the full experience of both. Interesting, Al. Interesting. So the author goes on to say here, if I read him right, he means to suggest that spiritualistic phenomenon were a kind of spontaneous, unconscious projection of the psyche's present, a quasi-physical projection that needed the premier entertainment form of the time to manifest and enter our public reality. Absolutely, Hal. The book talks about how stages and changes in our interpretation of science have shaped the science fiction story. Oh, Sunrise, sweetie, go to sleep. Metaphysical pluralism, something like that, Adam. Basically, metaphysical pluralism. I mean, reality, if you will, comes to be in the space between the properly trained reader and the revealed text. So in Kabbalah, love you too, Sunrise. In Kabbalah, teaches its adepts how to use the map as for the interpretation of the Torah or sacred scriptures and the actualization of God and the human soul. So, deep reading and esoteric interpretation of scripture through the 10 spheres of Kabbalah are understood to be cosmic acts that bring into being both divinity and humanity. Reality comes in the space between the properly trained reader and the revealed text. Reading is mysticism. Reading is mysticism. So, this connection between mysticism and creativity is just really, really interesting. And the supernatural experiences, we're done. We're done. Have you read the book, Adam? So, what he's talking about is Gnostic experiences. You've either had them or you haven't. It's an experiential knowledge. Interesting. Magic is based upon gnosis, direct knowledge. Faith is for sissies who daren't go and look for themselves. He talks about the author of Promethea, Alan Moore. Yes, Adam, you should totally read it. I don't know if I'm getting the summary very good, but you would eat this shit up. It's brilliant. So what's interesting is Alan Moore started out as an atheist and a rationalist, and he wrote The Watchmen, right? So very, very dark. But he said he was coming to a limit of what he could further understand about his writing rationally. So he said he felt he had to take a step beyond the rational, and magic was the only area that offered floorboards after that step. So he had a mystical experience, and he struggled over whether it was internal, a projection of his psyche, or whether it was external and what it claimed to be. And in the paradoxical pattern that's going to structure all that follows, and that's what Adam has said, Moore confesses that the most satisfying answer was both. It was real, and it was an internalized expression of his psyche. So all of this comes through. You consider yourself a rationalist, but a good rationalist knows that our current state of knowledge is limited. That always leaves the door open to a more complex reality. 50-50. Yeah. I mean, the path of fully having one foot in both beliefs, to believe in a completely rational world and also believe in the metaphysical. And both Promethea and the Invisibles, which are two comic series that he wrote, um, he says he expects the readers to go and research the historical and philosophical backgrounds of his fictional illusions, which actually aren't fictional. So he says the Invisibles is a hyper sigil of his multidimensional experience. So it's just very interesting. So, how does this all relate to Scientology and L. Ron Hubbard, do you guys think? How do you think Hubbard's background influenced Scientology's mythological framework? I mean, that's an easy one, right? I think that, I mean, it's interesting. Kripal even talks about how Alan Moore, was it Alan Moore or was it a different author, experienced flagging sales of his comic book. So he invited all of his audience to engage in magic together with him to increase book sales. And it worked. So I've also found this interesting in, and maybe you'll get this, Adam, in this creative universe, in this mutually creative universe that we create here. Hubbard ironically turned fluid mysticism into his own rigid rationalism. Yes, Adam. Yes. I think, I mean, everything has to be rational, but there's also all these magical, so it's this weird combination. There is no mysticism because it's all rational. You can have no emotion. So you can have no left brain, but how do, like, humans can't function without that other side? I mean, the 50-50 hell gear is like your left brain, which is nonverbal and mystical and mythological and speaks in deep meaning, and your right brain, which is rational and logical. So, yes, there was a comic book character named Zemnu. Nothing that he did was original. And of course, so much, I mean, so much of it was stolen out of the occult and mysticism. And I mean, it was just flat out stolen. It was just flat out stolen. Looking for notes. He later changed it to Xenu. Interesting. So he also talk about, maybe I've already said this. If I start repeating myself, y'all, holler. He also talks about how comics and science fiction are rooted in the mythological imagination, and that this mythological imagination connects human beings to transcendent truths, archetypes, and spiritual questions. So, one of the things he talks about really interestingly is the catechus, the medical symbol, and how comic books keep us young. Indeed, Adam. Adam, do you have kids? Because the dad puns. So, from comics talking mythological, just puns. Oh my goodness, Adam, no children to waste them on. That is unfortunate. That is unfortunate. So he talks about the mutant or the superhuman as a metaphor for human potential, challenging the boundaries of what it means to be human and reflecting spiritual aspirations towards transcendence and evolution. He talks a lot about how the science of evolution really changed the way perhaps Adam is not air conditioned. Oh my goodness, Cricket. Yes, exactly, antics. Come here, Orion. Come on. Orion, come here. Lay down. Come on, lay down. Come on. Quit. Go lay down. Thank you. Good boy. Go lay down. Adam is not air conditioned. So he also talks about the impossible. I don't know why it picks up. Like, I don't know what I do. It just picks it up sometimes. The impossible is a space of transformation. So he discusses the concept of impossible events or experiences that defy conventional understandings. And they're often dismissed by mainstream science or religion. And they're celebrated in comics and science fiction as moments of transformation and potential. Cricket got you, didn't he, Adam? That's excellent. He also talks about the role of trauma and how many superhero and sci-fi narratives originated personal or collective traumas. And the traumas become the crucibles from which transformative powers or insights emerge. Come on, come on. Exactly, Adam. Exactly. And are we supposed to have on our jammies? I mean, if you want antics. I don't know that it was announced. What did I miss? What did I miss? So there's several parallels in this chapter with Hubbard. So first, he argues that creators channel their mystical or transformative experiences into their work. And this is what Hubbard obviously did. Oh, it would make pretty jammies. It's not comfy jammies, though. I'm not thrilled with the material. The foundational texts of Scientology are both personal and mythic. Thank you, Antics. Blurring the lines between fiction and reality. So that's the first parallel. The author argues that creators channel their mystical or transformative experiences into their work. And the second parallel is that Hubbard's synthesis of esoteric themes and science fiction tropes aligns with the claim that pop culture serves as a space where spiritual and mythological ideas are reimagined for contemporary audiences. It's okay, Antics. They do sort of look like jammies. I wondered if that's what you meant. Jammies would have been comfy. To be honest, I've got my sweats on, my second half. My bottom half are sweatpants. I don't have nice office pants on, just sweatpants. I dressed up all nice for you on top, but the bottom is sweatpants. Jammies on the bottom, dressed for work on the top. So, also, this idea of mutants or superheroes evolving beyond ordinary humans is mirrored, yes, Adam, is mirrored in Scientology's narrative of spiritual progression, where individuals achieve higher states of being and mastery over the universe. I'm a YouTube mullet. Indeed, Antics. Indeed. I actually, some days when I know I'm going to be in my chair all day and it's cold out, so I'm going to have a blanket in my lap, I just wear sweats because I'm going to have a blanket on my lap and be in my chair. Nobody's going to see what's on my bottom half anyhow. Party on the bottom, business on top. With my hair up. With my hair up. Mama Cat, are you still here? I want I want these penguin flats, but in Xenu. I want them with aliens. Wouldn't that be cute? Those penguin flats we showed either. Xenu and his passengers were like a sci-fi Noah's Ark. Kinda, Cricket. Kinda. Can't you see those shoes, sweetie, with Xenus on each one? I want I want aliens on my Viavia shoes. Viavia, I think. Is it Viavia? Since it's Hubbard, it's more like Noah's Arkham. So in the book, they talk about what seems impossible. This is a theme with science fiction and mutant stories. Exactly, brain fog. Exactly. I wonder if we could find a place who would custom make them. There's got to be a place that would do that with woven shoes. I mean, they're just wheat. I mean, it's just a different knit. You can get custom fabric. You must be able to get custom knit shoes. So both the book and Scientology emphasize that what seems impossible, like extraordinary abilities or enlightenment, can be understood and achieved through specific practices. And the author talks about not for under a ton of money. Mm. Yes, Adam. And that one of the comments the author makes is that life isn't human. Life isn't human. And so it allows for more definitions of what human and life are, right? It opens up this. One of the things he talks about a little bit in this foreword, but more in the next chapter, is orientation. And he says historically the orientation to the divine or the supernatural has been in the past, in the ancient past, or in the far east, or in ancient or undiscovered lands, or in the sky, or within the earth, the hollow earth theory, right? Those were all the places, those were all the orientations in which the supernatural could occur. Lori, I'm so glad you're here. But with the advent of science, we've got two other orientations, actually three, but two that I'm remembering right now. And the two leads to the third. So maybe you can figure out what it is, Adam, if I don't remember it. One is an orientation towards the future because of evolution, and one is an orientation towards outer space. And so that's what leads us to this orientation of evolution, right? An orientation of evolution that means it can be beneficial. So, of course, we already talked about this trauma as a catalyst. Trauma as a catalyst for spiritual transformation. Scientology's focus is actually on resolving trauma, right? That's the whole kit and caboodle. Is it's a method for resolving trauma. That's all they're talking about. Engrams are trauma. It's not complicated. And so they're trying to go deeper and deeper and deeper and resolve, right, and resolve the trauma. But Scientology uses an imagined trauma, right? And you can't hyper focus on a trauma. And that's, I mean, there's looking at it. I mean, looking at the trauma, good. Hyper focusing on it to the exclusion of everything else and giving it autonomy, not so good. Maybe less wise. Maybe less wise. Such a mess that it totally discards the concept of engrams. Right. Well, it's internally inconsistent because, I mean, it's internally inconsistent. Fab Daddy, how are you? It is good to see you. We have been talking about Adam's dad puns, but oh, you can back up. Cricket made an excellent pun in response to Adam's dad pun, but I can't remember and I'll deliver it improperly, but it's up there. It is up there. How are you doing? So here's some of the broader implications. Scientology emerged right in the mid 20th century during an era of rapid technological advancement and existential anxiety. And that cultural context parallels the author's view that modern mythologies like science fiction and superhero stories respond to similar anxieties. What kind of deep thought is going on in here? Fab Daddy, happy birthday! Happy birthday. Nice suit, man. Very nice suit. You guys want to tell us, you want to hear a story? So when I was a little girl, my daddy had this suit. My daddy had this suit. Adam, I don't want to forget your comment here. When I was a little girl, my daddy had this suit that I loved. I thought it was so pretty. I thought it was so pretty and I loved it. And I always wanted my daddy to wear it. And so I named it. I had no idea that birthday suit was a thing. I named it his birthday suit. And it, when I was a little girl, I could never understand. Every time I told daddy to wear his birthday suit, the suit that I loved, the one that I picked out and loved, you're just here listening to Air Supply. Exactly, Adam. There's the pun. The suit that I loved, he would laugh every time I asked him to wear his birthday suit. He'd laugh. And it took me years to figure out why my daddy was laughing. Hi, Fuzzy. Why my daddy was laughing when I asked him to wear his birthday suit when I was a little girl. The sci-fi writer A.E. DeVaught was a Dianeticist, but never made the move to Scientology. Interesting, Adam. What did he find repugnant between Dianetics to Scientology? I'm curious about that. That sounds like a very interesting thing to know. He found Scientology repugnant. Nice. Nice. So the suggestion that the book makes that Scientology supports is that traditional religious frameworks are evolving into new forms, merging spirituality with scientific and speculative frameworks to remain relevant. You were 6, maybe 7. Scientology effectively renders all of the Dianetics obsolete. He hung on Dianetic concept. That's interesting, Adam. Hey, Scooter Mom, how are you doing? That is a beautiful picture you have. I am so happy you like it. I am really happy you like it. Guys, I can't believe it. It's time for the first Minnesota goodbye. Did you guys know that there was a first person here award? He did an amazing job. Cricket does the most beautiful art. So there was an award today for the first person here. And let me see, let me find it. Come on. First person in was Brain Fog. Bab Daddy, it does go fast, doesn't it, Brain Fog? It does go fast. Fuzzy has the first Minnesota hello. There you go. So this is what Brain Fog got for being the first person here, y'all, who didn't see it. First person here. Look at that. Oh, thank you, Suki. I am told that a lot. I'm not sure what it is, but I am told that a lot. People like to hear my voice and just listen. I feel like I run out of things to say quite often. Brain Fog has never seen the corn horn. I texted it to her. I texted it to her. So she has seen it. I texted it to her right after we talked about it. Isn't it cool? It's exceptionally cool. Brain Fog wins. The third Minnesota goodbye today, you guys, is so excellent. Brain Fog was the first person somewhere? Exactly. Yes. I, I determined that it couldn't wait, Adam. It was too important to show her. She has her own copy of the corn horn, actually. So I think that covers the book, you guys. You can always turn on the mean. I don't know, it takes some pushing. I am completely familiar. I do want to know your cards, Hal. I do want to know your cards. I totally have time dysmorphia, brain fog. These concepts do go beyond the book. We will revisit them. We've got several chapters to go. It's 10 chapters. This was only the forward, you guys. So we're not really getting into any meat right now. Hey, Fab Daddy, I just got a birthday present for you. I just got a birthday present for you. Ah. 3 cards. Yeah, you want to see it? Six of Wands. Nice. Happy birthday, Fab Daddy. Happy birthday. Send an email off to Cricket and he will email it to you. The Sixth of Strength, the woman on a lion. Nice. A margarita would be nice. I don't have any margaritas. I have this. I see laughing. I didn't make it. I did not make it. That is all Cricket. That is all Cricket. Every once in so often, my email just goes crazy. Brain fog, I got one for you too. Here's what I think Cricket sent me this for you, brain fog. Careful with the claws. They will come out. It does have a psychedelic vibe. Have a new game to do next Saturday at Bacon and Baking Hour. Bacon Baking Hour. Orion is a great model. Yeah, you really like him as a model. Isn't it great, brain fog? Did everybody see my shoes? I have to show my shoes again. Here are my new shoes. Check out my new shoes. Isn't it amazing work, Hal? I had to. I had to because Dachshund. Aren't they adorable, you guys? Um, they are woven with this is some sort of vulcanized rubber sole. I know we're going to drive Fuzz crazy with shoes and purses. Do they come with ladybugs? I haven't seen them with ladybugs, Red. They come, though, with penguins. They come in red with penguins. I'll show you. Now that we're done talking about the book, they come in penguins and they come in bees and they come in kitty cats of all sorts. Kitty cat. I want these. I want that one. They come in kitty cats. And there's a sloth and a cheetah and another cheetah. And tassels. They're all really, really cute. Really, really cute. I should get a there's the shoes. Yeah, isn't that blue color pretty, Lori? You've had a channel share their silverware with you. What do my spoons look like? Well, Fab Daddy, I go to the Goodwill and I buy my silverware by the piece at the Goodwill because I am um Hal, are you seeing antics messages? Fab Daddy, so my none of my silverware matches. They're all different. They're good arch support. That's how it started. Yeah. They have a lot of good things to say about their shoes. We will see. Um Rubber outsole. Yes, it's a rubber outsole. And they've got an herbal insole with heel rebound. They're really cute. They're really cute. An eclectic silverware owner. Indeed, Fab Daddy. You buy used cutlery in bulk? Yeah. They want, for a set of silverware, they want an arm and a left tit and my firstborn and my fourth born. Oh, you're back. Thanks, Helly. That's what it was, antics. Hell was just not here. So I don't want to spend an arm and a left tit and my firstborn and the rest of my children. She might have just mystic antics. It's okay. Joe leaves it at work, or maybe someone breaks in and steals forks. That's the other reason. You lose a fork, you lose a spoon, and then if you've got them all matching, what are you going to do? What are you going to do if they're all matching? Um, so, yeah, all my China matches. Well, that's not true. I have a set of matching plates that match bowls and cups and saucers and salad plates. Um, but then we have smaller plates. Exactly. It's almost Thanksgiving. Ah, you were shuffling and pulling cards. That's what it was, Hell. Okay. The silverware disappears, and it's cheap at Costco. It's cheap at Costco. People in the 70s have small mouths. That's funny. Nothing matches in your house, so go ahead and break it. Yeah, I they cost like 10 cents a piece. I go in, I pick up some knives, I pick up some forks, I pick up some spoons. I can pick them out. If they don't feel right, it's awful. Which honesty, Fab Daddy, that I don't have matching. It's just what it is. It's almost Thanksgiving. Is everybody ready for Thanksgiving? I have got my pie crusts are made. I'm glad you feel human, Fab Daddy. My pie crusts are made and resting. They have to, once I put them together as a dough, they need to sit for 1 to 3 days. So the pie crust being done today is um perfect because I can make the pies either Tuesday or Wednesday. The pumpkin spice part of the mixture is done. I just have to make the custard and add it to the pie, the pumpkin mixture. And so I can do that at the same time I make the crusts on Tuesday or Wednesday. And I've got the onions are sliced and the sausage is made. I think we have enough bread crumbs. You need to get a turkey by tomorrow. Yeah. Um, hubby does the turkey. He puts it on the smoker and smokes it. So that'll be going first thing Thursday morning. It's really nice because we don't have to, we've got the oven to use for everything else. Um, the starter is going for the bread. Ed's got sourdough starter going, and I've got sweet dough starter going. It doesn't mean sweet dough, it just means not sour. So it'll be interesting how those turn out. That's a new recipe I'm trying this year. That I haven't made before. It's gonna be fun. Son number one is bringing mashed potatoes. Child number two is bringing squash and wild rice. Child number three isn't coming home, and I hate that. Um, child number four still lives at home, so they're not. You're vegetarian, so you always have a lot of Brussels sprouts? How do you like your Brussels sprouts, Adam? Every 4 years, your birthday lands on Thanksgiving. Nice, Fab Daddy. Uh, my birthday is next week. So every 4 years, my birthday falls on the weekend of Thanksgiving. Shifts around, shifts around. Second Minnesota goodbye. You like your sprouts with all the bitterness cooked out of them. How do you do that? We were talking about this just yesterday, I think, Adam. Yesterday morning, maybe, we were talking about the awfulness of boiled Brussels sprouts. Second Minnesota goodbye. I'm curious who we're going to get for the third one. I got out my sewing machine today, you guys, because I was going to have to. My son asked me to mend his jacket. And so I hauled out my machine and I got it all set up, only to discover that I had to hand mend his jacket, that there was no doing it with the sewing machine, which is really boiled okra is worse. I don't eat, look at, or smell okra. Coat talk. You like boiled okra? Really, Susan? Well, more for you. I'm so glad that you like it. You can have all of mine. You don't know what which means, antics. Do I have any Thanksgiving traditions? Our traditions are to have leftovers. Hubby likes Thanksgiving leftovers, so we always have to have leftovers. So I have to cook enough. We have to cook enough that we have leftovers. Oh, okay. And you get a car, and you get a car. What's that? The dachshund is trying to eat and run off with the dachshund shoe. I love the mashed potatoes, Adam. Mashed potatoes are wonderful. Opera, Ofra, what are we doing, Fab Daddy? Okay, antics. I am sorry. Typing. You do roasted potatoes. Canned cranberry sauce has its place. Typing poorly? Yes, you are typing poorly, Fab Daddy. You do roasted potatoes. That's nice. We did smashed new baby red potatoes one year, and that was really. Tom Cruise jumps on Okra's couch. I've never tried okra. In your chat journal, speaking of which, Susan, I didn't write last night. We need a restart. I failed on the first day. So, cranberry sauce, canned cranberry sauce has its points, just like Pillsbury crescent rolls have their points. You're a product of TV. Aren't we all, Fab Daddy? Have you met Adam? Adam knows more. Adam knows more about pop culture than anybody I've ever encountered. It's unbelievable. He remembers shit. Do you guys that would be excellent, Scooter Mom. Well, Fab Daddy, I don't think you're that much older than me. So for cranberries, I've got to make the cranberries up maybe tomorrow. Leave it. Come over here. Come over here. What have you done? And soda, I found soda, guys. Soda is in Orion's bed. That is why today's generation is computer geared. Well, Fab Daddy, if Adam is right, we're going to be talking to each other as holograms in the next 5 years. Okay, antics. Thank you. You've got the My Favorite Martian antennas. Really, Adam? Susan, I did say your name. I said that I did not write last night, so we need to start again. Adam is a dictionary. I don't know how he does it. I don't know how he does it. You guys are going fast today. It's all I can do to keep up. That's okay, antics. I understand how it can be. It's not rude. Adam is a smarty pants, indeed. He's a smarty pants we like keeping around. That's for damn sure. You hear that, Adam? You're not allowed to go anywhere. Not any of you all are going anywhere. What did I make you do? I made you open the silverware Papa Cat brought back from his mom. Now to go looking up patterns. I do have to admit, I do have a set of silver. I have a set of silver that all matches, and we do not eat, we do not use the silver regularly because I don't want to wash it by hand all the time. Good, Adam, I'm glad. Silver plate so far? Oh no. We can wait until after Thanksgiving. No, I don't, well, yeah, let's wait until after Thanksgiving. Can we do that? Let's start after Thanksgiving. Elgier, I didn't see your email. You need to research turnips? What do you need to research about turnips, Fuzzy? Silver plate from the 30s is hella cool because it's Art Deco or Art Nouveau. Cricket knows that I am partial to Art Nouveau. Red, I think Fab Daddy was telling me Saturday that what we're doing here is what I'm doing here is sort of a journal, and it's an interactive journal. The chat is its own sort of journal, right? Oh, you had it on top chat. Yes, YouTube doesn't allow email addresses. Thank you, Fab Daddy. Yeah, YouTube doesn't allow. Hey, Kristen. Girl, you're just under the wire at Second Minnesota Goodbye. How are you doing? Have you read the book? If you haven't read the book, Kristen, we're going to mix because this is a good book. You should read this one. It's very interesting. Oh my goodness gracious, Adam. You're going to make me cry. No, Fab Daddy, I have not managed to unclog the vapes. It has been a no-go. Coronation pattern for Edward the Eighth? The coronation pattern. Is it this one? Here we go. I love the internet. What did we do before? There's brain fog, Silver. Nice. Coronation for Edward the Eighth. How long did that last? Silverware pattern is perhaps one of the top five most popular, and he was never even coronated. That's so funny. You like my purple herbal vape? Which, this one? Yeah, this one. It's a pretty purple. I'm not sure about the flavor. It's called Limeberry orange. Limeberry orange. Okay. Nice brain? Who's got the nice brain, Fab Daddy? Coronations are peculiar, right? Well, they actually do something, Adam. It's it's interesting. It's not quite citrusy enough, but it's growing on me. Ah, brain fog does have a nice brain. Got it. Nice for brain. Got it. I'm there. I'm there. I would argue that the coronation does actually do something, and it is actually magic because he walks away a king. He wasn't a king. A king is a big deal. You become one. Kind of like a graduation. A graduation doesn't really do anything either, right? So many ceremonies don't actually do anything. I mean, what does a marriage do? Nice, Fab Daddy. What are you smoking? Right, exactly, Antics. He was king the second his mother died. The coronation didn't make him king. Ah, interesting, Adam. The best strain of green? Okay, Fab Daddy. Free. Ah, ee, ee. Indeed, you are absolutely right. Yours has a lily? Send me the link. Send me the link when you find it. The coronation is what makes him king to his people, experientially speaking. Edward was king without a coronation. Yes, indeed, he is. The queen is dead, long live the king. Indeed. The queen is dead, long live the king. He becomes king immediately. So then, I mean, what's the point of, I mean, a marriage doesn't happen until the marriage happens. So I get your point. Somebody wants to come say hi, y'all. Hold on just one moment. Come here. You want to come say hi to everybody? Come here. Come here. Look at you. Look at you. No, you don't need to lick my face. No, please don't lick my face. Okay, that's enough. Thank you. Say hi to the people. Say hi to the people. You saw the sweatpants. Did I bend over far enough? You saw the sweatpants? There he is, y'all. But the Ascension Council does that. Interesting. The current king is mostly German and Scottish. Indeed. That is why they changed their name to Windsor, is it not? Because they're German. No plumber's crack? I hope not. I hope not. We aim to avoid plumber's crack around here. What? No, you don't need to lick my face. You can, yes, that is so sweet. No, that was much sweeter. Just leaning your head against my chest is much sweeter than having to lick my face. Okay, Bubba. Yeah, that's a good boy. Yeah, that's a good boy. Indigo, he wants his wrap. He wants me to get the wrap out and hold him in the wrap. Earlier today, when we were doing the members only live, the next members only live, guys, is the third Sunday in December. That is the 22nd. It's not a members only live, it's a members only Zoom call. So we get to actually talk. So please come and join us at the members only Zoom call next month. The third Sunday of the month is the 22nd of December. You want to be swaddled and held too? Exactly. Yes, Fab Daddy. Why? Someone tracked down the Stewart descendants, and they are a lovely middle class family in Australia. I think I remember that. I think I remember seeing that, Adam. Look at the puppy. That was a deep sigh. Uh, yeah, Fab Daddy. I do. I do. I do. The reburial of Richard III was very interesting. I will have to go look at that. You want down now? Come on. Thank you. Thank you for getting down. Turn the background back on. Thank you for being interested in his well-being. Orion is being really cute. Adam, what's interesting about the reburial of Richard III? Oh, so this game, guys, Cricket came up with a game for us to play on Saturdays. And I thought, I do indeed. Well, you have to remember, we've got two, and his Scotch, it was a full state funeral for Richard III in our modern area, living history. Wow. Richard III reburial, really cool. Civil plate, 1948 Morning Star. Boring, but still can pass it on. Cool. You have royal ancestry. I've got some royal ancestry too, antics, but it's 250 years ago at least. The seventh son of a seventh son who had no living to speak of, and so came to America. Do you drink RC? Wow, that's pretty funny, Adam. That's pretty funny. So this game is, and maybe we could try it once. It was not full state as in huge, but his church with Richard Royalists. But in his church with Richard Royalists. Nice. I will have to go back and look at that. The reburial of Richard III. Interesting. So they found him and they got DNA evidence. And they did radiocarbon dating. And then they had a reburial in 2013. That's really cool. That's really, really cool. What did autocorrect do? Shasta Cola and Tab. You can still get Shasta Cola, I think. I think you can. I remember Tab. I remember when Tab was all there is. Richard III in a parking lot with a silver candlestick. Jolt Cola was your jam? Mountain Dew was mine. Fresca. I like Fresca. Fresca. I still like Fresca. But I remember when the choices were Fresca and Tab. They brought Tab back. Yeah, how successful has that been? It's never was particularly great. Mellow Yellow? Okay. I really used to like Mountain Dew. When I was in college, all I drank was Mountain Dew when I was a kid. I hope so, Fuzzy. Fast is based in Hayward, still has the can on top of the building. Okay, they're still around. Adam. You always wanted Orangina? I love Orangina. Orangina is lovely. Lima is coming back, yes. Well, everything old is new again, right? Dr. Pepper, be a pepper. Drink Dr. Pepper. Be a pepper, drink Dr. Pepper. Yeah. Was it, where was it? Adam was talking about something and said Wessonality. I was like, Wessonality. Adam, where do you come up with these things? I haven't thought about Wessonality in forever. Wait until Zima comes back. How about Bartles and James? I want Bartles and James to come back. Fanta Cherry. Exactly, Susan. Sarsaparilla. Zima is ick. Zima is ick. Or Zimu. There you go. For this game, everybody suggests an object. Oh, we missed the third Minnesota goodbye, y'all. We missed the third Minnesota goodbye. Third Minnesota goodbye. Oh, antics. I am sorry. I love Bartles and James too. I really love Bartles and James. I am so sorry. In right? And do you think they didn't know what they were doing when they called it Bartles and James? Like, do you think they didn't know what they were doing? You like Diet Cherry Coke? I hear you, antics. I am really sorry you had to clean it up. That is the worst. That is the worst. Always, Adam. So, in the game, which we can try out now if you want, or I can just talk about it. Your cats' names were Bartles and James. Thank you for your support. Now I'm remembering, Adam. Thank you for your support. An original Dr. Pepper from the factory in Texas. It's different than the corn syrup crap they sell us. Really, Fab Daddy. It is very cute, Susan. Bartles and James for cats. What's different about it, Fab Daddy? Is it crisper? I'm curious what's different. Mexican soda made with real sugar and not corn syrup. Yes. Bartles and James were wine coolers. They were the very first wine cooler. They were the very first malt beverage wine thing targeted to a young demographic, I think. Weren't they, Adam? Were they the first one? They're turning the Mexico ones into high fructose corn syrup? Really? It's prune soda? Is it really, Adam? Coca-Cola in Mexico bottle is different and more original. Strawberry Band J? I know I'm supposed to get something out of that. California Coolers? Wow, that takes me back. That takes me back. Cola needs molasses, not corn syrup. Okay. Battles and James was the first wine cooler. Hmm. It's the first one I remember for sure. It was iconic. Okay, here we go. Seagram's Golden Wine Cool. Oh, okay, we'll do that next. Hold on. Bartles and James commercial. Check it out.
Hello there. My name is Frank Bartles, and this is Ed James. You know, it occurred to Ed the other day that between his fruit orchard and my premium wine vineyard, we could make a truly superior premium grade wine cooler. It sounded good to me, so Ed took out a second on his house and wrote to Harvard for an MBA, and now we're preparing to enter the wine cooler business. We will try to keep you posted on how it's going. Thank you very much for your support.
Thank you for your support.
Hey, me fellas. Look here. Seagulls, golden wine cooler, seagulls, golden wine cooler, it's wet and it's dry. Golden wine cooler, my, golden wine cooler, me and the boys, love all the time. Golden wine cooler, it's wet and it's dry. Golden wine cooler.
That takes J-Bat. Did you just J-Bat? You just won third Minnesota goodbye. J-Bat just won third Minnesota goodbye. And Mad Dog 2020, Colt 45, and a Mickey Big Mouth. Okay, we're gonna class it down a little bit, huh? Third Minnesota goodbye, J-Bat. Here we go. Are you ready? Because, oh my goodness gracious. You won, J-Bat. Third Minnesota goodbye. Shoot me or Cricket an email, JBat. We'll send it to you. It is excellent, isn't it? It is excellent. With the book and everything, JBat. You're welcome. Thank Cricket. Cricket, you guys, Cricket does all the work on this. I I'm not sure if that's supposed to be me. Is that me, Cricket? Is that a very nice rendition of me? I think it might be me. Orion's a much, look at that likeness. No. Yeah, I think it's me. Cricket Cinema is amazing. But the likeness for Orion is uncanny. Pretty uncanny. So, guys, the schedule this week coming up is me, an ego. You're accusing me of having an ego? I mean, I think one has to have a little bit of an ego in order to go on YouTube and chat at people. There has to be some ego involved just to sit here in this chair. So I will admit to some ego, Fab Daddy. I think it's supposed to be me because it's my third Minnesota goodbye and it's my dog in space. Cricket confirms, indeed. Indeed. Uh-huh. I bet you'll shoot an email to Cricket or me, right? And we will forward it to you. You want a mama squirrel astronaut? That would be excellent. Oh, Fuzzy, you're so sweet. Aw, you guys. The hair bun. Yes, the hair bun. What do you guys want to do for my birthday? Buy the hair bun. I figured I knew that's what you meant, Fab Daddy. I read it. We haven't seen Dusty. Guys, you know what I have to check since now I'm thinking about it? I need to check and see. Ow. Hold on. Dusty is about this close to his monetization, y'all. The second is my actual birthday, but we won't be able to have a live on that day. Sacrifice virgins. I don't know what I want to do. We'll have the wheel that day. It's on the second. And so, what day is the second? I can't do things without a calendar, y'all. no matter what day I think it is. The second is on a Monday. So we can do my birthday on Sunday during book club, or we can do my birthday on Wednesday the 4th during Wheel of Wednesday. Hey, Ro, how are you? Once bitten? I'll put it on my list, Adam. I don't think I've seen it since it came out, but we've been watching a lot of movies lately. I need to start writing down which ones I liked because otherwise I don't remember. The first is closer. Yeah, the first would be, is the first next Sunday? Yes, the first is next Sunday. It was Jim Carrey's first movie? Really, Adam? Adam, do you just have a memory like a steel trap? Okay, we'll do it for the second half of the book club. Thank you, Antics. Thank you. So for second half of book club next week, we will do a birthday party. His first Hollywood film, okay. His first movie. Brain fog with the mic drop. Brain fog with the mic drop. Hubby is making pork chops for dinner and he just put them in the pan. I don't know if you guys can hear them sizzling. I bet if I turned up the pickup, you could. Where's the pickup? Oh, now I need my glasses. Yes, yum. You can smell them. I love pork chops done well. I love pork chops done well. Um, can you guys hear them now? I turned the gain way up, so you should be able to hear them now. How's that? Is the gain back down, you guys? Ooh, beef stroganoff and broccoli. What kind of dressing did you make, Susan? We can get along with pork chops, J Bat. I'm glad about that. I'm very glad about that. J Bat, I'm so glad you got here and you got the third Minnesota goodbye. What kind of dressing did you make, Susan? I really like beef stroganoff. Lots of mushrooms. I love noodles. Stroganoff is one of my favorite things. Really good stroganoff with extra. You had a breakdown today? Cornbread dressing. Nice, Susan. Cornbread dressing is hard to make. It can so easily get mushy. I think I've been afraid to try to make cornbread dressing because I'm afraid it'll turn mushy. So, how did you? Yeah, and what about this breakdown antics? Now I'm worried. I like sour cream too. I like sour cream. I like creme fraiche. I like cheese. You had a veggie burger and a lemon meringue pie for your birthday? Don't suffer alone. That's a good idea, Red. Veggie burger and lemon meringue pie for your birthday, Brain Fog? Where were you, Antics? You were out protesting today, weren't you? I know you were because we did a you could do that for your birthday, veggie burger and lemon meringue pie. Sounds actually kind of lovely. You lived with a vegetarian, it was difficult. I feel your pain, Fab Daddy, I feel your pain. But also, I grew up with my parents being vegetarian for financial reasons, and I grew up on so many wonderful vegetarian recipes that are not vegan, but they're definitely vegetarian that I can eat and enjoy. So you know, I can't do it full time, but a little bit at a time I can deal with. You weren't out protesting today on Tix? Okay. Brain fog was bitten by the meringue chat bug. Exactly. The best and most shameful meal is a block of mozzarella cheese, fresh made, Adam. Fresh made, homemade, fresh. You had a minor mod fiasco and unlikely canceled. Then you needed to cry to someone who knows and did a private stream with Scooter Mom. I am so sorry, Antics. I am sorry you had a mod fiasco. I have been canceled. It is not the end of the world. You will get through it. I am sorry it was awful. I know how much that sucks. Oh, it turned out not to be private? Oh no. Who had you with her, Susan? What did I miss? Susan, who had you with her? Make it Colby Jack and the shame goes away. I love Colby Jack. A block of government cheese. There you go, Fab Daddy. I am so sorry it wasn't private. Canceled does equal freedom. Antics will be fine. Help me, Colby Jack. You're my only hope. Help me, Colby Jack. I remember when Colby Jack, when I remember when Colby Jack cheese was a thing, became a thing. I remember when Colby Jack cheese became a thing. Do you guys remember? Antics had you on chat. That's good. Colby won Jacoby. I miss the days of Swiss Colony baby Swiss wheels for Christmas. Harry and David does okay. What about Harry and David, Brain Fog? I'm glad you've gotten support, Antics. I'm really glad you've gotten support. That's really important. You remember Monterey Jack before? Yeah, the Monterey Jack and Colby were two separate things. And then all of a sudden, they made magic cheese that was spotted, that was Monterey Jack and Colby. And it was the most amazing thing. It was the most amazing thing. It was special and different. And now it's just like another kind of cheese. Okay, they do have the best pears, bar none, on the planet. See you later, Red. It's about time to get going, you guys. It's past time to get going. We are past the fourth Minnesota goodbye. I am so happy to have had peanut butter in my chalk. There you go. Exactly, Fuzzy, just like that. Truffle cheese. Truffle cheese is my favorite, Adam. I'm a sucker for truffle cheese, but also for traditional fondue. Any cheese. Any cheese. We will be eating a lot of cheese on Thanksgiving. We always have a cheese board, so that's exciting. I like baked brie. It spears like your woman's legs. There you go, Fab Daddy. Okay, guys, I need to get going. Pork chops are cooking. Dinner is calling. Y'all, it has been lovely as always. I will see you on Wednesday. We will be here Wednesday night for Wheel of Wednesday. We will be here Wednesday for Wheel of Wednesday, and then Saturday, the cheese board is like the Thanksgiving Brie show. Yes, it is the Thanksgiving Brie show. Very good, Adam. You never keep them coming, Adam. Keep them coming. Okay, y'all. Talk to you later. Bye bye.